Every family has a story. Some are remembered, others are waiting to be told. This is one of them. There are moments when life seems determined to make the journey harder than it needs to be. Some children are welcomed into the world with open arms. Others begin life in the middle of impossible choices. Before Warren ever understood sacrifice, it had already been made for him. Before he could choose his own path, life had already begun shaping it. The odds were against him from the very beginning, but what no one could see, God already had a purpose. Life may place impossible circumstances in your path. People may never understand the sacrifices made for you, but God's purpose is never cancelled. And this is where our story begins. Life has a funny way of directing us toward our destiny. Sometimes it begins on an ordinary evening. The air was warm, and the island had settled into its familiar rhythm. Warren sat outside with a sketchbook resting against his knee, quietly drawing, while the sounds of home drifted through the open windows behind him. A gentle breeze carried the aroma of a good home-cooked meal through the yard, while soft gospel music drifted gently into the evening air. For a little while, nothing else mattered. He wasn't thinking about tomorrow. He was simply enjoying the peace of today. Then, a familiar voice called from inside the house. "Warren." It was his aunt. He turned toward the house, taking one last look at the evening, before closing his sketchbook and making his way inside. He had no idea that this ordinary evening was about to change the direction of his life. The warmth of the house welcomed him. His aunt stood at the stove, preparing dinner. "I made your favorite, snapper and dumplings." A smile spread across Warren's face. No matter what kind of day it had been, her cooking always made everything feel right. But tonight, something felt different. She smiled, yet behind her eyes rested a quiet weight she couldn't hide. Dinner unfolded the way it always had. Simple conversation, shared laughter, the familiar comfort of family. But beneath the quiet moments, there was something left unsaid. Then Warren noticed an envelope resting near the edge of the table. "Who's that from?" His aunt looked at the letter, before quietly answering. "It came earlier today. It's for you." Warren picked up the envelope. His name was carefully written across the front. He slowly turned it over. The return address caught his attention. America. He stood quietly, staring at the envelope in his hands, across the room. His aunt watched in silence. She had spent years giving him a life filled with love, protecting him from questions he never knew to ask. But some moments cannot be postponed forever. Some answers arrive exactly when they're meant to. Warren looked down at the unopened letter. Without realizing it, he was holding the beginning of a brand new chapter. Far away, a woman sat alone at a small wooden table. A blank sheet of paper rested before her. She hesitated, then began to write. Each word came slowly. Each sentence carried a weight she had lived with for years. She paused, looking out the window, as tears quietly filled her eyes. Some decisions stay with us forever. Before Warren's story could truly begin, hers had to be told. Every generation inherits a story. The next chapter begins with hers.